Hello and welcome back to my playthrough of Fault Milestone 2. Last time, we found this really mysterious person when Ritona woke up after being in some sort of coma for a while. Did she notice my getting up? She's glancing this way. Though she seems to be uninterested, she sighs and turns her attention back to her book. Who is she? Sorry to interrupt you in the middle of your reading, but just what is this place? Erratum. After making that remark, she scowls and stares at me, eyes full of disdain. How shameful. Don't you have any pride in your own country's language? What? I'm taken aback for a moment. That's surprising. I didn't expect to come across anyone who could speak Sanedrizhian here. In the Rosenheim dialect, no less. Is this just a dream? Isn't it customary to introduce yourself in your mother tongue? Suddenly talking with Erratum sure says a lot about how uninformed you are about manners. How long ago was that custom from? I stopped myself from saying it mid-sentence. Only the elderly would be the kind to say something like that. It was a practice that conveyed great respect for the one you were speaking to. That way you could learn the other greeting in their native language. But suffice to say, the custom became outdated with the introduction of Erratum. I have heard of the custom before. It originated from within the Alliance, I believe. You're royalty, aren't you, you dirty little brat? Rosenheim must be at the end of its rope with people like you at the helm. Excuse me? What did she just... This is a joke, right? It damn well better be. What she just said was so beyond rude I can't construe it as anything but a crass joke. Do you have a chip on your shoulder or something? You've been doing nothing but picking a fight with me this entire time. This was my room. She places a lot of emphasis on the was. You've been lying on that spot for 3 days already. 3 days? I was unconscious for that long? She scowls at me again as if cursing me for my being here. I see. It looks like I've been intruding on her space the entire time. I've caused her trouble without realizing it. My apologies. For me to have stayed in your room for 3 days without so much as an introduction, please do excuse me for my rudeness. Some unavoidable circumstances had me unconscious for quite a while, you see. Now, for my long-delayed introduction. Visceral Leol. My name is Ritona. I extend my arm for a handshake, but it is completely ignored, as I'd expected. Oh, my apologies. I suppose you wouldn't want to touch the hand of this dirty little brat. Having been confined to unconsciousness for a whole 3 days, I'm sure I'm quite filthy by now. I truly do apologise. I should have forcefully roused myself from my Conrad state to take a proper bath. Oh, comatose state. Really, what right did I have to lose my consciousness without even taking you into consideration, even though I've only heard of your existence mere moments ago? I'd better start practicing clairvoyancy to prevent any possible incidents of me causing trouble for you in the future. Fine, I got it. Visceral Ritona, I'm Paige Loishlion. The girl Paige introduces herself and extends her hand. Welcome to my world. She smiles ever so slightly with a half-sleeky look in her face, finally changing her attitude all of a sudden. Honestly, I was prepared for an even stronger rebuttal from you. I'm pretty fond of sarcasm, you see. Only someone with a sharp mind can hide the sharpness in their words. If you'd started panicking right then and there, I'd have you chased out. I hate scenes like that. Is that so? I didn't expect her to take a liking to that response. I also hate people who are way too accommodating the first time round. People like that expect others to respect them just because they act that way. You didn't. I see. With that sentiment, I feel like I've understood the reason for Paige's polarizing personality. So I somehow understand what she's trying to say. Back then I also had that line of thought. But with my job as Royal Guardian came a need for a polite, amicable facade. One cannot survive in this world solely on that kind of blunt frankness. So that means she's the type to remain standoffish till she's assessed whether or not someone can be her friend, eh? She'll definitely hate nice people like Selphine and Rune right off the bat. Well, basically, she's quite the pain to deal with. Ugh. A wave of self-loathing hit me when I think of how I was just like her back then. Ah, that's right. There was something I'd forgotten to ask. What is it? You look so serious all of a sudden. If we're going to keep this conversation up, I want to clear something up. Clear something up? I am not royalty. I am just a lay person, a stray dog if you will, so call me dirty or filthy all you want. But I demand you take back any insults against my country and its nobility. I tell her this in an almost indifferent tone. Raising your temper against someone like Paige only means you've lost. But one still needs to stand their ground against her. It's important to draw the line to make things clear. Sure, it's not like I really meant it seriously. I'll take those remarks back. I knew it. Even with that attitude and manner of speaking of her, she's not a bad person at heart. Probably. Alright, I think we can hold a proper conversation now. Strange. It's as if I could sense Paige's intentions. By the way, just where did you hear that I was royalty? The doctor was calling you a royal guardian. They know I'm a guardian. Just who is this doctor she's talking about? Wait, Paige, what did you just say? That the doctor called you a royal guardian? The pronunciation's off. It's guardian, not guardian. Also, it refers to my occupation, not my social status. Normally, one wouldn't make a misunderstanding like that. This had to be on my mind the entire time, but where did you learn to speak San Arijidan, Paige? Hers is near fluency, but she's got some strange accents here and there. It's definitely not her native language. I couldn't imagine a situation where she'd have to use San Arijidan all the way on the other side of the world like here. The language is from a country so far away from here. How did you manage to learn it? That's because the doctor is from Rosenheim. I had him teach me. What? What? Someone from Rosenheim? A doctor? It can't be. Is that doctor's name? Hey, Paige, you there? Yes, Dr. Rubica. You can come in any time. Did you just say Rubica? You did, didn't you? Preposterous. No, it's not completely out of the question, but what are the chances? I thought I told you to drop the doctor bit. Oh. This room had a door. A slender middle-aged man wearing a coat worn by years of use appeared from the middle of the darkness. A quick once-over tells me he's somewhere in his 40s. The math adds up. This man, he really is. Bills. You're up already, Guardian, a lot faster than I'd expected. He speaks with a smooth, fluent San Irish Dan accent. It's unmistakably his native language. Where is this place? Why was I abducted and brought here? You're a little off. Abducted isn't the right word. I didn't abduct you. I brought you here out of the goodness of my heart. Amazing a doctor as I am, even I can't cure anyone from death. What? Yeah, the question you actually should be asking me is, why did you go out of your way to save my life? Are you Rubica Gruce? I figured. If you know who I am, then that means you're from Rusenhide. Answer me. Are you Rubica Gruce, the one who was exiled from Rusenhide 10 years ago? Just a little off again. I don't know what kind of rumours you're going around over here, but I chose to leave Rusenhide. Not exiled, got it? That's just a triviality. What are you doing in a place like this? Well, saving a life for one, I suppose. Now my turn to ask questions. You're a royal guardian, ain't you? Where's your escortee? Don't tell me someone like you's protecting the likes of Valor, are you? I am not a guardian. You're lying. I suggest you try to come up with a more believable fib next time. And just how can you be so sure I am? Where's your proof? Just one look at your Manacraft signature tells me everything I need to know. Ophia of Zeal, a Rusenhide format. The ceremony for that kind of Ophia lasts a long period, about 2 years I think. Nobody but a Guardian would undergo that. When you try and forcibly strengthen someone's Manacraft that much, their signature's going to have some pretty obvious quirks. An average Joe from any country could easily tell. No way. No layperson could possibly infer all that from just a glance at a Manacraft signature. Well, honestly, even I doubted my eyes for a moment. I never expected to come across anyone who underwent the Ophia of Zeal here. Oh boy, you're trying to keep your guard up now? Come on, it's not like I'm gonna eat you or anything. I just want to have a nice little chat, okay? Relax, relax. It's Princess Selphine. King Valor is under the protection of someone else from the Knights. You serious? Say, how old are you? Like 20 something? 19. 19? Hey, Paige, she's the same age as you. Yes, so she is. A Royal Guardian at 19, that's crazy. I thought there was an age limit for Tricrafters. I'm a Jewel Crafter. So you're a Jewel Crafter and you became a Guardian? Pretty sure you had to be a member of the Knighthood to be a Guardian, and to be in the Knighthood you had to be a Tricrafter. I was personally designated Guardian by both King Valor and Princess Selphine. I'm only a Jewel Crafter, but I was allowed to enlist as an honorary member of the Knighthood. That's awfully nice of them, ain't it? You're like the first ever, aren't you? I'm surprised those guys let you in, considering they'd rather stick to regulation rather than reason. But then, that's kind of weird. What's the Princess's Royal Guardian doing in a place like this? I thought a Guardian was supposed to, I don't know, guard their escorts? Lillian Rusenhide. I was relieved from my duties as her guardian, so I decided to travel the world to forget about my grief from that. This hurts, you know. Do I really look like that bad of a guy here? And why do you think I'm lying? It makes even less sense for the princess to be on this side of the world. It takes a minimum of 2 years to get to Viscanta, and that's assuming you don't take any detours or run into any trouble. Counting back 2 years from your age puts you in departure at about 17, 18 years old. The 2-year ceremony for your Ophio then puts you at 15, maybe 16 years old. Unless you were fired as soon as you were assigned your position, the math just doesn't add up. Don't tell me. The princess is here, isn't she? Right here in Viscanta. Is Vala here too? No. It's a long story. I see. Okay then, let's hear it, all of it. I've got all the time in the world. Well, I don't. I can't leave my companions to fend for themselves like this. I must get to looking for Selphine as soon as I can. I'm afraid that's not possible. Why? Because if you leave this room, you'll die. What? Well, technically, you'll die if you leave this facility, to be exact. In any case, you can't just up and leave. What do you mean? You're not making any sense. You've been feeling pretty bad lately, haven't you? Haven't you thought of why you suddenly just collapsed out of nowhere? Well, You've been to the outer pole, haven't you? Not only that, but you also use some pretty draining large-scale minecraft there. Ah, so just relax. Well, unless of course you want to... oh wait. That's basically what any villain says, huh? Can you believe it? It was some indiscriminate mass homicide case. Rudo. So I guess you aren't that rude, are you? My bad. And everyone else recognizes me as rude. But with my taking on this identity of rude, regardless of what reasons I may have, there is no way for me to take back my past sins. I have to... Get ready, Zevitz. We're going. Huh? Was there some kind of message? Bruce will be showing himself soon. Is someone from Rusenheid really in a place like... They spoke in fluid San Arizdan with a clear Rusenheid accent. If it isn't Bruce, then it's most likely someone else from Rusenheid. Is Ritona inside? Seems like she's alive. But that was all I was able to hear. There's no choice, we'll have to go meet them, as promised. Is he dangerous? All doctors are. They can take lives even without the use of battlecraft. Don't say something so ominous. Judging by our situation, he shouldn't try to harm us. But he can't be trusted. Just make sure that you're ready for anything he's got prepared. Ritona. Understood. Well, this is quite unexpected. Meeting you in a place like this, now that's crazy. Rupika Groos. Princess Selphine Rusenheid. You're still alive? Don't just kill me off like that. And just what are you doing in a place like this? Yeah, I think I'm the one who's supposed to be saying that. It's a long story. Haven't you already heard from Rainvasta? Well, yeah. But you see, I'm not dumb enough to say, oh, okay, when someone tells me something that absurd. Definitely the logical response. That means she's told you everything, hasn't she? I thought Rosenheim was supposed to be impenetrable. Just what happened back there? Just who is that Melano person? Is she from the Union? I wouldn't know. There was no declaration of war, no advanced warning, not a single shred of information. All I can assume is that they pulled off a perfect surprise attack. The fact that you're here now means that what she told me wasn't a total lie. By the way, about when did this episode of Empress Syndrome kick in? That is none of your business. So it's Reagan, a pretty mild one though. It's like she just did a half-assed job trying to pull out her ancestors' memories. And who is this girl? Rune Zevitz. Rune Zevitz? Huh, that's certainly a strange name. No, it's not Rune, it's Rune Zevitz. Zevitz rings a bell. Maybe she's just got the same name. Nah, no way. Especially with a name like Zevitz. Is that Zevitz as in the Zevitz Corporation in the Outer Pole? You know about it? I'm pretty sure there was a girl named Rune from there. Though I heard she died. Yes, I am that Rune. No way. Just, who are you people? There's a limit to how far you can stretch a lie, you know. We have more than enough time. Please hear us out. And that's the gist of it. Ritona was in that bad of a condition. She's lucky this place has a Vita domain. Otherwise, she'd have been pushing up daisies by now. She really can't leave the domain? Whoa, slow down. It's not like there's no hope for her. Just that I need the princess over there to do me a little favour. What? I've gotten the one plan that'll solve everything for us, nice and neat. Oh? Yeah, there's a way for Ritona to travel with us again. Yep. Enough with the smoke and mirrors, what do you want? Now, no need to be so edgy here. Down to brass tacks, Miss Princess. You should, let me go with you to Rosenheim. Eh? Why? Because that's the favour I want from you. Is that so? Right now, Ritona's internal mannerism is way out of whack. We need to return it to normal. After about 4 days inside the domain, she should be well enough to set foot outdoors. But after that, she's on a year or two's worth of meds every day. Special stuff that I personally have to monitor and prescribe. Meds? What kinds of medicines? The kind that helps to stabilize and preserve your body's internal mannerism. She has to take these meds every day, no questions asked. Kind of a pain, but it's better than never being able to eat Minecraft again, or just playing kick in the bucket. So that means she can use Minecraft again. Well, not initially, of course. It'll take her another 1 or 2 months minimum for her to be able to use Mostcraft again. Oh, come on, don't make that face, Princess. This is practically a miracle, you know. The fact that this town has a Vita domain, that there's a facility here that can use its healing abilities, and that a doctor like me is here. Not only does she have the chance to live, but there's a possibility she can return to being a guardian too. Just what are the chances of all of this happening? It would normally be almost impossible. I'd expect you to be thankful it all turned out like this, but I'm honestly pretty disappointed. that you think that way. Huh. If you taught us how to make the medicine, then maybe we could do something about it ourselves. No. Even if you could make those meds, only a pro can properly administer medical care to those who have undergone a Guardian-level ophia. Now, assuming that we could enter the Alliance, I can't guarantee you passage into Rosenheim, even if I personally grant you permission to do so. That's because the incumbent ruler is King Valor. Well, that's part of the deal. You'll have to do something about that. I have my doubts on this. I can't get in touch with Rainmaster. Seems as if our Comcraft line has been cut. Do you know why? There are two reasons. One, her condition. With the way she is now, she can't maintain a steady connection. It was probably cut when she collapsed. Reason 2, that facility seems to be set up such that the Comcraft line that has to be communicated a certain way, or else you can't communicate. The mana is in the domain is pretty sensitive and all. They're trying to block out anything that could disrupt the flow of mana in the domain. Let me meet with Rainmaster. That is our bare minimum condition. Nope, no can do. The domain will go over capacity. More of your lies, I assume. I'm dead serious. We can't have anything putting even more strain on the Vita domain. I got a real earful from Skirtoir just by me getting Ritona in there. You said that the Comcraft line's been cut, right? Well, Ritona has this thing called a transceiver. Maybe we could just contact her with that. Transceiver? Just tell her that and she'll understand. Well, I don't get it, but whatever, I'll just tell her to use it. No biggie. Just give me a minute. I'll connect to the one working line and tell her cute roommate to pass on the message. Let's check if Ritona is already awake. Roommate? If she's asleep, just give her a slap or two. Sleeping at a vital time like this, she sure is carefree. And with that, I'm going to stop this video here today. If you want to watch more Fault Milestone 2 videos, please leave a like in the video, or subscribe to my channel to watch all of my other content. Thank you very much for watching this video, and see you next time.